Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science and IT Gate Coaching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the instant notification of my free lecture. So this is about me. I am a computer science gate faculty having more than 5 plus of teaching experience, mentored more than 50,000 students, taught in different coaching institute all over India. Okay, it's like the Gate Academy, even qualified multiple times Gate. And even I have given the coaching in many government colleges as well as in many private colleges. Like in SRM Chennai, I have given coaching. CAT Bhubaneswar, I have given. BC Bhagalpur, Jorhat College of Engineering, Guwahati University, Dibrugarh University, Government College of Engineering and Technology, Jammu, Ramgarh Engineering College. Okay, these are the colleges where I have went and I have given the coaching. So we are going to start today analysis of Quicksort. Yes. And in any place, if you will face any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Okay. Now see, if now analysis we are going to see in which input where we are going to get worst case, average case, yeah, because of the adaptive behavior. Acha, let me ask. So it is adaptive. We can say that it is adaptive algorithm because when I'm giving you sorted and the increasing order, decreasing order, then it is giving a worst case time complexity. Now, can I say that it is an in place sort? Can I say that it is an in place sort? And it is in plus sort because it is taking a constant time, because it is taking a constant space, because the space complexity is here big of 1 only, nothing is required, no space is required. See, space complexity we have seen means for partition we don't require any space, and average space is log n b. See here, even I have told you that space is going to your log n b in case of average case, and in case of average case it's going to log n b, and even best case is going to only the code that we have seen. It is maintaining the relative index, it is maintaining the relative index. So if anything, if any algorithm will able to maintain the relative index, what we call that kind of algorithm, that is called as stable base case, based and average case. So based and average case is log n, and worst case is your space complexity is going to be big of it. Okay, now see, if the given now we will analyze why we are getting worst case. If the given list is in ascending order, now see the analysis, then, and why we are getting, then what will be the, then what will be the, then what will be the, what will be the time complexity, of quicksort. So like the input, if I'm giving you example, if I'm giving you 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you will take a pivot element. Okay, you will take pivot element, this is going to be pivot element. Okay, now you are going to, so this element you are taking as a pivot element, this is your pivot element. Now based on that it is going to get, so in every, and always you are going to call the partition, so partition will have I here and j will be here. Is it smaller than 6? Yes, it is smaller than 6. It will increment I. It will replace I with 1. Then again, j will be here. Again, I will be here. Replace. So, in next time, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be one partition, and another partition is not going to have any element, 0 element. Here, n minus 1. Here, n minus 1. Okay. So, again, pivot element will be the last element. Again, partition will have, then again, it will have 1, 2, 3, 4. One partition will have n minus 1, another will have no element. Okay, because all the element is smaller than 5 is on left side, so it's going to be t of n is going to your big O of n, t of n minus 1, so it's going to your big O of n square. Similarly for for descending order, for descending order. Similarly for descending order, okay. Similarly for descending order, the time complexity will be big of n square. Example, if I give you the input like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now here also you will consider this last element as pivot. This last element as pivot element. Now all the elements which is smaller than 1 will be on left side. This will be I, j. J will increment from here. J, is it smaller? No. Then j will be here. Is it smaller? No. Is it smaller? No. Is it smaller? No. Is it smaller? No. Then the partition will go out. Then what you will do? You will increment I you will do swap I plus 1 with the last element, with the the pivot. Okay, with the pivot. So pivot element is your 1, and you are going to swap with I plus 1. So means 1 will be here and 6 will be here. 5, 4, 3, 2. And one partition is having n minus 1 element and another is having 0 element. Another is having 0 element. Am I clear? Now again you will take 6 as the again you will take 6 as the pivot element. So it will means 1 is here, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. Now all the elements which is smaller than 6 will be on the left hand side. Yes, this is smaller, this is smaller, this is, then again the partition will call from here to here. So here also t of n is going to n plus big of n t of n minus 1, that is going to your big of n square. Okay. Now we will see the third case. Now we will see the third case. Okay. So hope it is clear to all of you. So that's why I went quickly, given the recap even quickly. Now see, if the given, now third case, third analysis. Now the new analysis we are going to see. If if the given if the given list if the given list is containing same number, if the given list is containing same number, means a list which is containing same number like 2 then 2 then 2 then 2 then 2 then 2, like this, then what will happen in this case? So it is having a, this you will consider as pivot element. Okay, this you will consider. Now I will be here and j will be here. Is 2 is smaller than equal to 2? Yes, it's smaller than equal to 2, because our in partition you have seen that if a of j is smaller than equal to the r or the x, that pivot element we were taking, if it is smaller, then we are increasing I and we are swapping I and j. So I will be here, then we will do the swap. 2 will replace with 2, then j will be here, then I will be here, swap, then j will be here, then I will be here, swap, then j will be here, then I will be here, swap, then j will be here and I will be here, swap. Is it clear to everyone? In case of same element, when it is having same element, is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? So now this, there it is going to it 2. 2 will be in correct position only, because I plus 1 and the pivot element you are going to get swap, and one partition is going to have n minus 1 element, another 0, another 0. So again, so after partition you are going to get 2, 2, 2, 2, and here 2. Again you will consider this as pivot element, this as the pivot element. Again it will get partition into n minus 1, again this, again n minus 1. So when it is having a same element, then also the partition is happening in case of in t of n minus 1. So t of n will get, here also partition is going to take n, and every time the size of the problem is getting reduced by 1, and here we have seen the time complexity is n square. So in case of ascending order, if the input is in ascending order, if the input is in descending order, or if it is having containing the same element, then also we are getting a worst case time complexity which is having a big of n square, big of n square. So why we are getting in all this kind of cases big of n square? Because of the function, the main responsibility. Why we are always getting n square here? Because of the partition function. Because of the partition function. See here, partition function is mainly responsible. Partition function. Partition function is mainly responsible. Is mainly responsible for the time complexity. So which is the, you can say that the culprit is the partition function. Function is mainly responsible for time complexity in quicksort. Time complexity in quicksort. So for worst case, what is happening? So for worst case, what is happening? So partition problem is the, so for worst case, what is happening? Let me write here. Then analysis we will show in the next slide. So in worst case, partition partition problem look like as shown below. As shown below. Okay. So what will happen? The partition function for input n, here the input, here time, and here this sorted. So how many element it is sorting? So for input n, the time is going to take its n, and in worst case it is sorting only one element. Then input get reduced to n minus 1. It is going, whatever will be the size of the array, that much is going to, it's going to take the time n minus 1. Only one element is going to sort. Again the input is going to reduce by 2. Again whatever will be the size of the input, that again input get reduced by 3. So in this way it is going to keep on going to get constant time. Constant time. So you will add it. So it is the sum of n natural number which is going to take big of n square. So because of this partition, see, I have shown you that because of only partition, we can say that because of the partition algorithm only, we are getting a worst case time complexity, means which is responsible in case of the quicksort, the time complexity is the partition algorithm, because when the input is n, then it is taking time complexity as n. So in that case, in worst case, only one element is getting sorted. Yeah, good evening, Himanshu. Now the size of the input get reduced by n minus 1. 1 reduced. Now the time is going to get n minus 1. One element gets sorted. Now input will get reduced by 1. So it means before it was having n minus 1, now it will be n minus 2. Time it will be n minus 2. One element gets sorted. Now again input get reduced by 1, n minus 3. So in this way, it will take constant time n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 plus keep on going 1. So its overall time complexity is big of n square. Am I clear to all of you? Now we will see the another scenario. So if we will do partition in different way, now see the next problem. Now see the next problem. If the size, if the size of size of the size of the two sub problem, if the size of the two sub problem is, if the size of the two sub problem is 1 is to 9. Now here the size of the sub problem is dividing into 1 is to 9. Okay. So in part, one part, and another will be 9 part. Okay, 1 is to 9. So if it is having a 10 elements, one will have one element, then 9 element. Then again this 9 element, see this. Then this is reached 1. So left subtree has reached 1. Okay. Then again here it will be 1 by 9, 1 by 10. Then here it will be 81 by, so see, you will multiply with 9 by 10. Okay, so 81 by 10, like this the partition will happen like this. Okay, so in one part one element, another part it will have 9. Means 1/10 in one case, and 9/10 of the total element in another. Okay, so the size of the two sub problem is 1 is to 9. 1 is to 9, I am saying 1 is to 9. Okay, 1 is to 9. Then what will be the time complexity? Then what will be the time complexity? So in one sub problem it will have, then yeah, space is going to n only, that was okay. For which you are saying space is n, because here we have seen for space, we have seen here big of n in worst case. Yeah, in worst case space is going to big of n. Yeah, correct, correct. See, so 1 is to 9. Then what will be the, then what will be the time complexity? Then what will be the time complexity? Okay. So I am saying that if your input is n, I am dividing one side 1 by 10, another 9. Okay, so if you are having a input of n, one side I am dividing into 1 by 10, another side 9n by 10. Okay, so now here partition is happening 1 is to 9, 1 is to 9, not 0 is to n minus 1. Okay, 1 is to 9. So now again it will get divided into 1 is to 9. So here it will be, and you know that left subtree will reach first one, because you are dividing here 1 by 10. Okay, so it will be n by 100, then here 9n by 100, like this. So this will reach 1 first, this will reach, left subtree will reach 1 first. Am I clear now? Because here you are dividing by 1 by 10. Okay, means you are doing the multiplication by 1 by 10, here 9n by 10. So here it will be 9n by 100, because I have shown you, with if you are having 10 element, here 1, then 9, then again here part. So in left subtree you are going to reach first you are going to reach 1. Okay, so even if you want to take, if you are getting confusion, so you can take 100, you can take 100. Okay, if you take 100, so if you are having, if you will take 100, one part is going to have 10, another will have 90. 1 is to 9 you are doing, then again it will have 1, and then 9. See, there you will get, there you will get early 1. Okay, in left subtree, here it will be 1 by, so 9, then here it will be, so here it will be, you are doing 1 by 10 here, 1 by, and here 9 by 10. So in right, so it will be 81, like this. Are you getting that? So again this will get divided, again this will, but in left subtree you will have the, you will reach 1 first. Okay, you will reach 1 first. And you know that the partition problem is always going to take the partition algorithm is going to take the time complexity, whatever will be the size of the array, whatever will be the size of the array. So here if you'll see, the size of the array is going to n, because n by 10, then 9n plus 10 is going to n. So in this level it is going to have the time complexity as n. See, because you have divided n, size of this sub problem was n, you have divided into two halves. So total size is, if you'll add left subtree and right subtree, it is going to be n only. So here also it will have, so here it will have 81 by n by 100. So here also it will have some constant n. Then again here it will get divided. So till 1, the total number of element you will get in every level, it is going to your n only. It is going to see in every place. If you will have doubt, you please let me know. Okay. So here also you will have like this, it will get divided 7 to 9, then 100,000. So till now it is going to take, till now it is going to take the time complexity as n, time complexity as n. So here every level is going to have the time complexity as n, as n, because at this level the number of element is n, number of element is n, number of element is n. So time complexity is n, time complexity is n. Okay, like this it will keep on going. Okay, and here it will get reduced to 1. So right subtree will get 1 later. So that's why here the number of element will be less than n, here the number of element will be less than n. So here time complexity will be less than n, less than n. Okay, less than. Am I clear? Please let me know whether it is clear or not. So here you will get the longest height of the tree. Here in this side you will get longest height of the tree, because it is going divided by 81 by 10 and 9 by 10, 9 by 10. Here 1 by 10. So here you will reach 1 first early, then here. Please let me know whether it is clear or not. So if anyone having doubt, you please comment. Okay. So the depth of the depth of the left hand child is less. The depth of the left hand child is less than the depth of the depth of the depth of the right child, the depth of the right child. Okay, but in every level, every level, partition is going to take place, but in every level partition is going to take place, take take place, and it is going to take n time, whatever will be the size of the array. Okay, and and one on, and after getting and after getting and after getting one on the left child, then the number of element the number of element get decreased get decreased get decreased. So it will take it will take less than n time. So it will take less than n time. Now we will try to find the height of the tree, because that is going to be your, at every level it is going to your take constant, means almost n. So whatever will be the height of the tree, we will multiply with n. That is going to your time complexity. See, we are trying to find the time complexity. So here we have dividing the sub problem, the bigger problem n into 1 n by 10, then 9 n by 10, 1 is to 9 we are doing 1 is to 9. Here it's taking time complexity n, here n, here n. Here it is less than n, but we will consider at most n. Okay, at most n we will consider, because it says some two tick notation. So we'll try to find the what is going to be the height of the tree. At every level it is taking time complexity is n, 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 n. Whatever will be the height of the tree, height with n we will multiply, and almost we are going to get that much time complexity. Okay, so here the right subtree, right child subtree is going to have the longest height. Here we will try to find what is going to be the height here in this that case. So first it is going to your n, then 10 by n by 10 by n. Okay, so you can write 9 n 10 is equal to n by 10 by n, like this you can write. Okay, so then it will get n by 10 n square, like this it is keep on going, like this it is. See, if you write, it is going to your n by 100 into 81, then 81 will go up, then 100, like this it is keep on decreasing. Okay, so we will see. So then maximum level. So here we are going to see all the analysis. Okay, so the maximum number of level is that we get the maximum level. Where we will get the maximum level? We get the maximum level at right side, which is which is decrease which is decreasing by 10 by n, which is decreasing by 10 by n. Okay, so first you are having n, then n by 10 by n, then n by 10 by n square, then n by 10 by n cube, like this keep on going, you will get 1. Okay, so when n by 10 to the power k is equal to, so you have to, means when it will be 1, when n by 10 to the power 9 k, suppose for some k this 2 will become 1, this 2 if you divide it will become 1. Okay, so we will assume let k times it will take to get 1. Let k times it will take to get 1. Okay, so n by 10 to the power 9 by k is going to your 1, then cross multiplication n by 10 to the power 9. Okay, take log on both sides, so it will be log n. 10 to the power n is going to your k. So k is going to, if we take k is equal to log n base 10 by 9, so you can take as k equal to It's going to 1 point something, you can take as 2, you can take as 2 because it's a approximation. You can say that it is going to be log n 2. Okay, so here also you are saying that height of the tree is going to log n. Are you getting that? So here also, in case of these, when you are dividing this sub problem into 1 is to 9, here also you are getting that height of the tree is going to your log n. Am I clear? So here also you are saying that height of the tree is your log n. So number of label or height of the or height, so height of the tree is log n. It is the beauty of here that always the average case is going to a log n. So where it is, wherever it is, you are dividing into 1 is to 9, then also it is taking. So time complexity as, so time complexity is going to n into log n. So that is going to be big of n log n. See, even we are considering that in every label it is taking n, then also, because see, you know that it is अप्रोक्सीमेशन इज 1 point something हो रहा है, हम लोग कंसिडर करते हैं यहाँ पे 2, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा ग्रेटर हो गया ना, हम लोग ग्रेटर कंसिडर कर सकते हैं, बीगो यूज कर रहे हैं, ग्रेटर यूज कर सकते हैं. Since we are using bigo, so we can consider it's greater because it will say it is smaller. Bigo is smaller than equal to, na, that's why smaller than equal to. See, whenever you are finding the asymptotic notation, you have to take some approximation. Otherwise, to finding the recurrence relation or all this case will become very difficult. आप स्टैंडर्ड बुक और ये सब में भी देखोगे तो इस तरह ही करते हैं वो लोग, हम भी वही फॉलो करते हैं. ओके, सो बिकॉज दे आर यूजिंग दैट वे ओनली. So therefore we can say that, so this is the beauty here, that here also, here whether the we are dividing the problem into 1 is to 9, then also we are getting average case. Therefore total work done is done. Therefore total work done is theta of n log n. This is why theta I am using, because it's average case, n log n base 2. So even you can give a note. So even if the split is, so even I will even prove that in case of every times whenever you take the worst case, average case analysis of a quicksort, you are always going to get, always you are going to get n log n. Okay, n log n. So this is the advantage. See, this algorithm, this quicksort is having a very much uses because its average case is n log n, but its worst case is your n square. So if any algorithm which is having a better average case than the worst case, then we use randomized. We will even see randomized quicksort later, we will see, because we want to improve the worst case time complexity. Okay, and this is a very good question that they ask. Okay, so the even the split is, 1 is to 9, 1 is to 99, 1 is to 999. See, whenever you will see that whether the split is, if it is not a worst case, then every time the quicksort is going to take time complexity as n log n. Whether it is 1 is to 9 or 1 is to 99 or 1 is to 999, we are going to get, best case. We are going to get, today we are going to see all the analysis. We are going to get best time complexity, as theta of n log. So Rathore is asking one question, sir, big O and big omega कब use करते हैं? See, so big omega we use to denote worst case time complexity. This is denoting the worst case. In first lecture or in the starting of this course, I have shown you the physical significance of asymptotic notation. So when you want to notate worst case, you can use big O. Average case, you can use theta, and best case like omega, n log n. So this is the best case, omega. Average case, theta. Worst case, omega. Am I clear at all? But generally we are more focused on worst case. Okay, see why we are generally focused on worst case, because if your worst case is less, then then your program or the sorting or any code is good, because we always think about worst case. In worst scenario, what can happen? So if our worst case scenario is our good, means it is better. If your worst case of any algorithm is your good, तो उसका बेस्ट केस और एवरेज केस तो गुड होगा ही ना. इफ यूर टेक एज एग्जांपल ऑफ योर सेल्फ ओनली. इफ योर वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो इज योर गुड, लाइक इफ यू विल in worst case you will get a, I'm just assuming, in worst case you will get rank 100. So if your worst case is even rank 100, in best case you will get rank 1, in best case it will get rank 1, in average case it will get rank 1, rank 50 in average case. So which you will choose? This algorithm only you will choose, because even your worst case is your good. Are you getting? That's why we are concentrating on worst case. We are trying to decrease the worst case. So if your worst case you're good, eventually best case will be good. Means most of the cases best case and average case will be good. Am I clear to all of you? So that's why in GATE exam also they are more focused on worst case. Even in when you work in IT industry, there also we are most focused on worst case. We only try to wants to reduce the worst case. Here also in Quicksort we will try to reduce the worst case. That we will see later when I will teach you all the things. Then we will see later. Okay, how we can reduce the worst case. Now see the another problem. Another problem you can see. So if now here I am saying that if in first time, if in first time, so here what the question, first time explaining you the question. Here the question is saying that the algorithm, the partition is happening in such a way that first it is going to take worst case, then best case, worst case, best case, worst case, best case. Means if the input is having size n, then it will get divided into first worst case will happen. The partition will have in worst case n minus 1. Then again it will have best case. So in best case what will happen? Half, because one element will be get sorted and remaining element will get divided by half. Then again worst case, then again best case. So simultaneously it is going to happen. Then what will be the time complexity they are asking? Then what will be the time complexity, you think? So if in first time partition, if in first time partition function, if in first time partition function, if in first time partition function dividing the dividing the n element, dividing the n element into 0 to n minus 1, into 0 to n minus 1, that is worst case, that is worst case, that is worst case. Then and then and then n minus 1, n minus 1 by 2 and n minus 2 by 2 to each, that is the best case. Think what is going to be the time complexity. Means partition is is doing is doing first worst case, worst case, then best case, and then best case simultaneously. And then best case, first worst case, then best. Let me show you in the, if you are having in the best, first you are having best worst case, so only one element will get sorted, one partition will have zero element, no element, another will have n minus 1. Again you will going to have, this is the best case. Now worst case, in worst case only one element will be sorted, so remaining n minus 2 element, sorry, this is the, let me write, then even I will not get confused. It is the worst case, it is the worst case, then it will have the best case. So in best case the partition will have in the equal, so n minus 2 remaining element will get sorted. Okay, so you can assume that if the, here the time is going to be of n, if the time complexity of this is t of n, then this is going to have the time complexity as t of n minus 2 by 2, two times. Please let me know if you are with me or not. So if you are having the input is n, in worst case you are getting the partition as in one partition 0 element, another will, you will have n minus 1 element. So here the partition will have partition will cause the time complexity as big of n. Now you are going to have the base case. Now base case is going to have divide the size of the input into two halves in equal halves. So n minus 2 by 2, one element will be sorted in correct position, remaining n minus 2 element 2. So your total time complexity is going to your 2 of t n by 2 by 2 plus n plus n. Now try to find the time complexity of that. So since you can reduce, since you can remove this theta as a c of n. I have told you that whenever you want to remove theta or big O, anything, then you can use the constant cn. Now you can even, now I'm saying smaller than. Why? Because if you will take n equal to 8, n by 2 by 2, okay, so this is your 6 by 2, 6 by 2 is your 3, n by 2 by 2 I'm saying, so n is your 8, 8 by 2, 6 by 2. Now I'm saying n by 2, it is your 8 by 2, that is your 4. Now in place of n by 2, I am writing 2t n by 2. That's why I am saying, see, to solve this recurrence relation, I am assuming I am taking n by 2 as 2, because only 2 minus 2 is there. Now that's why. So since it is going to be bigger number, Tn by 2 is greater than Tn by n minus 2 by 2. Tn by 2 is greater than Tn n minus 2 by 2. See here, when nu is at 8, n by 2 is going to your 4 and n by 2 by 2 is going to your 3. So that's why here I am writing smaller. Now try to find the time complexity of this. 2t n by 2 plus 2. Not 2 plus n plus cn plus cn. It's a cn. Now try to find the time complexity. Now try to find the time complexity. So let me write the previous one and then base case simultaneously. Okay, this is the question. So I hope that you have written this one. Okay. If anyone have not written, then comment. Okay. I'm going to the next slide. Now this you have seen. Now try to find the time complexity. If your t of n is going to 2tn by 2 plus cn, what is going to be the time complexity? This I have taught you. This I have taught you. Please let me know. Please let me know what is going to your time complexity. बताइए क्या होगा? See, quicksort is a very good and very interesting topic. Okay, there they can ask many questions. They can form many questions. That's why we are taking the questions now. Okay, in different way they can ask the questions. So if you'll see that it is in a master theorem. A is your 2, B is your 2, K is your 1, P is your 0. And if you apply the master theorem, if we apply here, if we the equation is in the form of master theorem. Very good. The equation is in master theorem. Is in master theorem. Here a equal to, as Bhaskar said here, a equal to 2, b equal to 2, k equal to 1, p equal to 0. You will compare a and b to the power k. A is your 2, b is your 2 to the power k is your 1. So k is your 1. It is equal. When it is equal and p is greater than minus 1, it is equal and p is greater than minus 1, then t of n is going to your theta into the power log a base b log p plus 1 by n. So theta into the power log a is your 2, b is your 2, log p 1 by n. So it is going to a theta n, because base 2 and 2 is going to your log n. Okay, since it is n log n, then since it is theta, you can assume since it is greater, so you can take as a big O. See, it's a theta, it's greater. That's why you will take as a big O. Okay, so you will say as a big O or theta, nothing will happen. Okay, so what we can conclude here? Now think what we can conclude here. We are seeing different scenario in case of quicksort, and every time the worst case is going to your worst case is going to be n square, but average case in every scenario is going to your n log n. So you can conclude that worst case only when it will happen. So when worst case you are going to get only when partition will have 0, then n minus 1, then 0, n minus 2. Like worst case will only happen in case of 0. So if the size of the input is n, then 0, then n minus 1, then 0, then n minus 2, then 0, then n minus 3. One element gets sorted, n minus 3. So like this, in this scenario only, when partition will happen 0 n minus 1, 0 n minus 2, 0 n minus 3, then only you are going to get worst case. Means when in one element if you are having 0, another remaining, one list 0, another remaining, 0 remaining, 0 remaining, yeah, sorted or equal, there only you are going to get worst case, and in all the cases you are going to get best case. In all the cases you are going to get best case. So you can write as a conclusion, so only only when the partition, only when the partition is always dividing, is always dividing the problem, is always dividing the problem of size n into 0 to n minus 1, into 0 to n minus 1, after one after another. So we will see now many problems, one after another, means continuously if this will happen, then only it will give, then only it will give, then only it will always give, then only it will give, then only it will give, always give. Worst case big O of n square, otherwise it will give, otherwise it will give, otherwise it will always give best case, otherwise it will always give best case as theta of n log as theta of n. Is it clear to all of you? So only when the partition is always dividing the problem of size n into 0 to n minus 1, 0 to n minus 2, then 0 to n minus 3, one after another, means continuously if this partition will happen, then only it will give worst case, that is going to be big O of n square. Otherwise it will give best case, that is big O of theta of n log. Where average case and the best case is your n log n, and worst case is your n square. Now we will see some problems on Quicksolve. Now what is median? Now what is median? Can anyone comment? Median kya hai? What is median? Now we will assume median as the pivot. Okay. So that's why I'm asking you what is median. So if you sort the element that is present in the list in a means if some element is there, yeah, middle element. But when the middle element, if you have sorted the list, then the middle element is called as the median. If you sort them, then element which is going to fall in the middle, that element is called as median. You can say that median is going to your the middle element. Okay. So out of all element, so in case of even that will happen as Bhaskar has said. So but we will not take this scenario, we will take the middle one. Okay. Out of all the element, if we sort them, then the element then the element then the element which is going to then the element which is going to fall in the middle, that element is called as that element is called as median. That element is called as median. Okay. So out of all element, if we sort them, then the element which is going to fall in the middle, that element is called as median. Now my question is that, now the question, see this way in gate they have asked. Okay. So my question is that first you write this. So if you're done, you can comment. Now I will give the question. That is going to be the last question. So then tomorrow I will take some more questions. Then we will see the randomized speed sort. Okay. Some problems are left. So tomorrow I will take, okay, the remaining questions on quicksort. Then we will see randomized quicksort. So randomized quicksort is going to improve the worst case time complexity. It is very good because this kind of questions they will ask in your in gate randomized quicksort they have asked, and even in product based company they will ask that how you can improve the time complexity of worst case of quicksort. Okay. So now see the question. The median, the median, the median of n element, the median of n element, the median of n elements can be found. The median of n element can be found in big of n. I am saying that median of n element is found in big of n time. Big of n time. So what is going to be the which one? So which one of the following? Which one of the following is correct? Is correct about which of the about complexity of quicksort, complexity of quicksort in which median is selected as pivot, in which median is selected as pivot element. So option A is big of n square, option B is your n log n, option C is your log n, option D is none of the above. Now let me explain that. So here I am saying that the median of n element can be found in big of n time. I am saying that median you can find in a big of n time. Which one of the following is correct about the complexity of quicksort in which median is selected as pivot? Okay. So first you have to find median element. So which is going to take big of n time. Okay. So to find the median element, big of n time you are going to get for finding median. For finding median. Okay. Then you are going to replace it with the last element, that is going to your big of n time, to swap with last element, okay. Then you are going to call the partition. So partition is going to take big of n, okay, for partition. Then it is going to divide the problem into two halves of n by 2, and n by 2, okay, of n by 2, then again n by 2. So its time complexity is going to your T of n is going to your 2 times theta 2n plus 2 Tn by 2. So this is going to, so it is equivalent to your n log n. So 2n you can consider as n only because it's a constant only. If you will solve this, you are going to get n log n. Okay. Am I clear? See, here I am saying that for median of n element can be found in big of n time. So you have to find the big of n time. Okay. So big of n time for finding median, then swap with the last element, then partition will call big of n, then n by 2, n by 2. So T of n is going to 2n plus 2 Tn by 2, then it is going to n log n. Please let me know whether it is clear or not. Problem is, so you take your time and then try to give me the answer. Okay, you can take your time. In quick sort, for sorting n element, for sorting n elements, the n by fourth smallest element is selected as pivot element, is selected as pivot using big of n time algorithm. Means by using some time algorithm, it is going to take so some algorithm is there, it is going to take some time big of n. Okay. And for sorting n element, the n by 4, the smallest element, is selected as pivot using big of n time algorithm. Okay. Now they are asking what is the worst case what is the worst case time complexity? What is the worst case time complexity? What is the worst case time complexity of quicksort? They are asking what is the worst case time complexity of quicksort. So this is the question. Now they have provided you one algorithm. By this algorithm, you will find the n by fourth smallest element, and that you are going to choose as a pivot element. Then what is going to be the worst case time complexity of quicksort? See, think. Now I am not going to select the last element as the pivot element. I am going to select the n by fourth smallest element as pivot element. See, in quicksort for sorting a element, the n by fourth smallest element is selected as pivot using big O of n time algorithm. Some algorithm is there which is going to take big O of n to find the n by fourth smallest element, and then we are going to select n by fourth smallest element as pivot element. Then we are going to do the quicksort. Then in that case, what is going to be the time complexity of the quicksort? If you are having some number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is having 5 element. Okay, now what is, so n by 4, n by 4 is 5 by 4th. Okay, 5 by 4th. So let me make here uh, 4 element. Miss, let me take the second. I feel I so second smallest element. The second smallest element is your 2. Is your 2. This is your 2 second smallest element. Third smallest element is your this. Fourth smallest is this. So like this, they are asking n by fourth smallest element. N by fourth. Like 5 by fourth smallest. So it is going to be 1 point something. So you will take some like 2. Okay. So it will have some number. It is just taking as a approx. Okay, like second smallest element is 2, third smallest, like median, you have seen the middle part. Am I clear to all of you? You have seen that first you have to find the n by fourth element. N by fourth element. Okay, n by fourth element, that is going to take time complexity to find n by fourth element. It is going to see the way we have solved the previous question, same way I am going to solve. To find the n by fourth smallest element, to find n by fourth smallest element, it will take how much time? Big O of n. Okay, then we are going to swap this with the last element. With the last element, see, in any place it will phased out, feel free to ask me. Okay, now we are going to swap with the last element. Swap n by fourth element, n by fourth element with the last element, with the last element. Okay, which is going to take big of 1 as time complexity. Now this element you got, some element you got here. Okay, that n by 4. Now you will call the partition element. Now partition function you will call. Partition will be called. So partition will be called on last element, because you have swapped the last element. Okay, so partition will be called. It is going to take whatever will be the size of the array. Size is going to be n, big of n. Size is going to be big of n. That's why it is going to take big of n. Okay. Now it is going to divide the array into two halves. One half will have n by 4 element here, and another half. See, if you will choose this element as the last element, you are swapping this. Now after partition will call, this element will get in here. So here you are going to have t of n by 4 element, and here you will have 3n by 4 element. Please let me know whether it is clear or not, because you are swapping the n by 4th smallest element at the last. Then you are calling the partition function will place in the its correct position. So you are going to get two partition. One partition will have n by 4 element, another partition will have 3 by n by 4 element. Are you getting that? Please let me know, is it clear or not? Everyone with me, please let me know whether it is clear or not. So in one size you are having n by 4 element, another you are having 3n by 4 element. So if to solve this recurrence, if to solve this problem, if it is having t of n, so another first big O of n to find the n by 4 the smallest element, then big O of 1 to swap with the last element, then big O of n for the partition element, then t of n by 4 in this is the time for one partition, and t 3n by 4 this is the time for the another partition. So it is going to your, you can take it as, is going to, this is going to be your big O. So you can take it, it's a big O of n only, because it's going to be 2n. Consider as big O of n only. Now I am saying it's smaller. Why? Because this n I will consider as 3n. 3n. I am considering as 3n. Just to solve the equation, I will consider as 3n. 2t 3n by 4. 2t 3n by 4. Like this. This is the going to your recurrence relation. Now see here, partition is happening in 1 is to 9, 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3 is happening, 1 is to 3, because n by 4th, if you will divide by 3 n by 4, so n by 4 will be here, n by 4 will be here, then 4 and then 3n. So see here, so you are going to get 1 is to 3. So here partition is happening in the form of 1 is to 3. Now when I will do 1, in the previous lecture I have seen 1 is to 9, 1 is to 9 9. What was the time complexity there? What is the time complexity there? 1 is to 9, 1 is to 9 9, 1 is to 9 9 9. What is the time complexity there you have seen? Please tell me. What is the time complexity we got in this case? We got big O of n log n. We got big O of n log n. So in 1 is to 9, 1 is to 9 and 1 is to triple line, every time we are getting n log n. So for this also we will get n log n only, because this is going to be your case of average situation. Average case. Yeah, correct. Understood. Since here, please let me know if anyone having any doubt. Since here the problem, the problem, since here the problem, see after that we are going to start randomized quicksort. Okay. So since here the problem is dividing, since here the problem is dividing into 1 is to 3, since here problem is dividing into 1 is to 3, that's why, that's why it is, that's why it is taking, that's why it is taking big O of, or theta, you can say that, n log n as time complexity, as time complexity, as time complexity. So in this way they will ask in the GATE exam, sir, why you talk took 2t. See Madhura, why I am taking, see I am just to solve this equation, just to solve this equation I am taking as 2 as a 3n by 4. I can take this 3n by 4 is greater than n by 4, that's why I am taking. See, when n is your 10, you are going to get 10 by 4 is going to your 2.5. Now, this is going to be 2 into n by 4 is going to be 2.5. See, it's going to be 7.5. Okay. See, 3n by 4 is greater than n by 4. What we are doing, see what I am doing, I am saying that we are having an algorithm. We are having an algorithm that is going to take n to find the n by fourth smallest element. N by fourth smallest. So if the n is the number of element, n is the number of element. Okay. So if you are having 10 element, then 10 by 4, or you can say 12 element, 12 element, then third smallest element. If you say n equal to 12, because I'm taking some number so that it is easy to get understand. Okay, so third smallest element, so you are taking the third smallest element as the pivot element, as pivot element. Okay, so in the question, see in GATE exam this type of question is there, we will solve GATE previous year question also later. So it's saying that big O of n is the time of an algorithm to find the n by fourth smallest element in the array. Then you will choose this element as the pivot element. Then you will call the quick sort there, and then they are asking what is going to be the time complexity. Then what is going to be the time complexity? So big O of n is going to take for your finding the n by fourth smallest element, n by fourth smallest element. Okay, it is going to be the time. So you are finding the n by fourth smallest element. Okay, n by fourth smallest element you have find it. Now you are going to do swap with the last element. You are going to do swap with the last element, that is going to take big O of 1. That is going to take big O of 1 to swap. Okay, then you are going to do call the partition function. So partition will take last element as pivot. That is going to take big of n. See, partition function, what the way we have constructed the partition is that always it is taking the last element as the pivot. Always it is taking the last element as pivot. That's why we are calling the partition element here. Okay, now partition function we will call here, which is going to take big of n. Now it is going to divide this big problem into two sub problem. One will have size n by 4, another will have size 3n by 4, because it will, this element is the n by 4, the smallest element. It will again get placed into here in its correct position. So if the time complexity to sort this array is t of n, then the total time complexity to sort this array is going to t of n plus t of n, then it is going to big of n plus 1, then plus big of n plus, now this time this I have added, now this two sub problems. So t n by 4 plus t 3n by 4. So it is going to, you can even write as big of n, because that big of n plus 1 big of n is going to big of n only. It is going to be t n by 4 plus t 3n by 4. Okay, like this. So it is dividing the problem into two halves. Now see the next question. See, all the questions that I am taking are the way in gate they are asking in gate. Okay, so there is a chance that you may get the same question. Okay, so this is another question. They are saying that in quick sort, in quick sort, the time complexity for for ascending order, for ascending order is in q, if q it is if quick time complexity for ascending order, it is if, not in. If quick sort time complexity for ascending order, so ascending order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till n is t of t1. Okay, and for descending DESCA, for descending order, see this question you will able to answer if you have understood the concept, you will able to answer. Now for descending order till 1 is t of 2, then then what is the relation, then what is the relation between 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 t of 1 and t of 2, between t of 1 and t. Option A, Bhaskar is saying. So in quick sort, the time complexity for ascending order is t of 1, and for descending order, that is like is t of 2. Then what is the relation? It will always take the worst case scenario, which is going to, so t of 1 equal to t of 2 is going to be O of n square. Am I clear? Please let me know whether I am clear or not. Now give a note. So we have seen in quick sort the space complexity we have got as big of log n because of the recursion. So if we use non-recursive algorithm instead of recursive algorithm in quick sort, then space complexity is going to be theta of 1. If we use non-recursive, see non-recursive quicksort I am not going to show you. You can try in your home, or if you'll ask, then in next class I will explain you that, because that is not required gate. So if you use non-recursive algorithm instead of recursive instead of recursive algorithm instead of recursive algorithm in quicksort in quicksort quicksort, then space complexity then space complexity space complexity is theta of 1. Okay, or you can say that as a constant. So if we use non-recursive algorithm instead of recursive algorithm, we use non-recursive algorithm instead of recursive algorithm in quicksort, then space complexity is going to your theta. Then space complexity is going to your theta upon, or you can say that, or constant.